Happy Sunday. Happy All-In Day. What a day. What a morning. It's 2:30 here. Yes, it's me, one half of your Sunday syndicate. It's your girl Al. Um, Mika's outside. Mika's here in spirit. We love her. But you can't, it's a long day for all of us. So I am here. Let's talk about All In. I've been up since early. A lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling happened. Whew, what a day. I'm still hyped. Put your rankings of what you feel. Let me know in the comments. What's your star ratings? Okay, we'll go 1 to 5. Put some stars in the chat. Don't forget, also speaking of chat, you can hit us with the super chat, the slam chats. Those help if you're feeling generous. But yes, it's me, your girl Al. Like I said, what a morning. This is not our usual time. This is not our usual, content. But we are here. This is a special edition of our Sunday special. All-In edition. We went all in. I don't know. I feel good. I feel great. How are we feeling about this whole day? Besides tired. Some of us are tired. So much respect to the UK and other foreign country fans who get up late to do that, because late, early, all of that. Your girl watched. I've been up since 8:30 on my day off to watch wrestling. I'm here. I'm tired. Also, shout out to my girl Lo of Wrestling Wind Down for this cup. Yes. Let's get into this long morning of wrestling, long day of wrestling. 0 hour. That feels like so long ago. So much has happened. Let's get into 0 hour. A 16-man tag that we were not expecting shows up. We had Top Flight, Leo Rush, Action Andretti, Kyle Fletcher, Kip Sabian. That was one team? I wrote it down, but Dark Order. We had Private Party, who were our MCs of the night, but we didn't see too much of them, so really what was the point of them being called the MCs? Don't understand that. Wish we would have seen more. That would have been cute. But we didn't see enough of them. Okay, yes. Okay, I have this written down because there's so many people. Okay, yes. Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, Anthony Ogogo, Arya Davari, Private Party, Dark Order. That was a one team. One entire team versus, yes, like I said, Tommy Billington, Dynamite Kid, Kip Sabian, Rocky Romero, Kyle Fletcher, Action Andretti, Leo Rush, and Top Light. There we go. That is everyone. 16-man tag match, okay? Come on, before I get into this. Dark Order, okay, Evil Uno out, with my boys, Johnny Hungy, Alex Reynolds, with the papers. It got me. It got me in my feels. It was not the first time I was going to be in my feels today, but something about seeing the papers, if you know, you know, it was amazing. Private Party hanging out with the heel side was interesting, because we had the Dark Order, who are we're bad. We don't, and Anthony Ogogo. But Private Party, I thought we were not. I guess, whatever. Also, Kyle Fletcher being on the other team with Kip and Top Flight was very confusing. But I guess we made it work somehow. It was fun. Kip Sabian. You guys. This man had me crying at 8:50 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. The crowd reaction to Kip Sabian, oh my gosh, warmed my heart. He deserved. This has been my agenda. We've known this for months. Kip at Wembley, okay? We got him on 0 hour, okay? Next year, we already got it announced. Forbidden Door, London, we're getting it. Kip Sabian for Wembley 2026. Kip Sabian for all the things, okay? I love him. I think he deserves the world. The pop he got, proves he deserves it. The people love him. He's been great in this short amount of time with Nick Wayne and the patriarchy. Disappointed he was not in the trios match. We will get into that because lots was happening over there. But yes, a fun, great opening match. A good way to just for them to see, have the UK fans see a lot of talent all at once. Kind of confusing, but you know what? It was a fun, silly time. I didn't hate it, but don't understand the Kyle Fletcher of it all, because why is this man on 0 Hour? I may not be his biggest fan, but why are we putting him on 0 Hour? Just questions. Confusion. But yes, that was a great opening match. And then, like I said, we had a lot of announcements today. AEW is taking over the world next year. 2025, Globetrotting. First up, Australia. Grand Slam Australia is happening in February 2025. Love to see it. Then we get our highly anticipated tag match. Willow, Big Tom, that's his name, Ishii versus Stokely and Chris Statlander. We waited for this match for months. We've been wanting this, okay? We've been wanting to see Stokely get what he deserves against Ishii. He was training. We saw him training last night on Collision. Amazing. Great. Chris wanted him serious. He's serious, okay? He's slamming people. I'm just impressed. He's got some moves. But I should have brought a photo. His Remember the Time gear and his entrance, 10 out of 10. Obsessed. Love to see it. Big, that's the kind of entrance I would have. Kind of lazy, kind of for no reason. But yes. Willow and Ishii, precious angel babies. Chris and Ishii, everything I wanted. The fact that he was rocked by her forearms, like, hello? So good. They got a little offense. Stokely was feeling himself, but it was not it. R.I.P. to Stokely. You hate to see it, but Willow and Ishii win. Willow does get to pick the stipulation for 2 weeks' time when we go to All Out, because we go in to go out. Remember, everybody, that's how we remember these shows. We get our next match. A lot of weird things happened on 0 Hour. More confusing tag teams. The Ring of Honor tag champs and / Dustin, who's trios champ. Dustin, Sammy, Shibata, and the Von Erichs versus Cage of Agony, Undisputed Kingdom. Okay. Fine. I get it. I get what Sammy was doing. Him and Dustin were Wolverine and Deadpool and cute in theory. But don't pull a Deadpool Wolverine when you're facing Cage of Agony, when that's Brian Cage's whole thing. Like, you should have known better, Sammy. Never mind. But yeah. It happened. It's fine. Gates of Agony looked great. Von Erichs were there. Everybody did a claw. Cool. Cute. Fun. Moving on. She couldn't help herself. We knew this would happen. Saraya popped up on 0 Hour unexpectedly, with a lot of UK women's talent, and her family, of course, and had some words for the crowd. She was, of course, we've known she's been upset about being off of the card. She's the self-proclaimed Queen of England. Okay, whatever. She's a challenge. Guess who answers? Jamie Hayter's back, y'all. Looking great. The ginger, the hair, the gear, she looked amazing. She looked so good. So good to see her back. I was almost disappointed this wasn't on the main card just because of Jamie's return being there. Saraya should have stayed on 0 Hour. It's conflicting, but I love it. I love that Jamie's back. She looked so good. And rest in peace to Harley. She had to take that too. Jamie was fighting everybody. She's back. She's back. Saraya, watch your back because I don't know if you're ready for this Jamie. She's healed. She's ready. We'll see. I hope this moves quickly so we can get past whatever Jamie Saraya is happening to a better use of Jamie, but love to see it. I'm glad she's back. The crowd loved it. That was a perfect place to put her back home, so good. So happy for her. And that was 0 Hour. And then we get a lot of entrances for the first match of the All-In card, the London ladder match. The entrances, so good. House of Black looked great. Bang Bang Gang. You guys know how I really hate admitting how much I like the Bang Bang Gang. It's like really upsetting to me that these boys have wormed their way into my heart, and it's sickening. It's disgusting. I hate it. Then we get Claudio, Wheeler, and Pac, our newly formed trio that we just came together last night. I get it. We put Pac on there. We wanted the pop. He deserved it. Great. I know why. We all know why he's with Claudio and Wheeler, because his friends are in a situation, and that sucks. It sucks for Pac, and it's weird. Not for the Lucha Brothers. Get your bag. I understand. It's weird. Thrown together trios tag. Again, I understand it. It's cute. It's fine. Weird, but fine. But this ladder match. Let's get into the match. This is how we started All In. What a way to open the show. This woke me up. This is how you start a show. No, I'm thinking ahead. Poor little Nick Wayne went through all the tables. He was just flying through a Wayne's World to Brody through the table. Those tables, though, they were no Japanese table, let's just say. A little thinner over there. But everyone was flying off of things. Everyone was into tables. Mama Wayne. Let's talk about Mama Wayne because she, you know what? She's a real one. She was there for her boys. She tried to climb a ladder, and she said, "You know what? You're right. I'm out. I should go." And then Kill Switch, choke slams Bang Bang Gang. Juice almost got her on the apron, which would have been fun to see. She did bring hairspray into play. He did spray her in the face. So you know what? Shout out to Mama Wayne. She's a real one. But this match was so good. So fun. Hot take? I don't know. Tell me in the comments, guys. What do we think about this win? Because Pac, Wheeler, and Claudio win. Okay. Again, I think it's cute. I think it's fun. Interesting dynamics are going to happen. Weird, we know the history between all of them. It's just kind of makes me sad because Bang Bang Gang, House of Black have had this story going for months with the patriarchy. Bang Bang Gang got stripped in that weird way. House of Black should have a trio. I'm just kind of confused. I'm trying to just work through all my feelings. Like, I'm not happy for them, but it's interesting. That was an interesting choice. I get it. The crowd, cute. Okay. But where do we go from here? I'm intrigued by what happens with Pac and Blackpool Combat Club. I'm just very interested in how that works. And then, we did get sportsmanship. House of Black did shake Pac's hand before they left. Do we get a cute little match between them at all? Out? Interested to see. Then, for some reason, I think they screwed up and they put the main event second because Tony and Mariah. I don't even know if I'm ready to talk about this match. But Tony and Mariah was next for the women's championship, and if I could have just ended the pay-per-view at just like these two matches, I would have been happy. I would have got my money's worth. But this match, the entrances, the gear, the story, everything about this was a perfect finish to an iconic storyline that is going to have effects on wrestling for decades. Like, it's going to be something we're going to look back on and be like, this changed the game. This is what people remember. It's going to be up there. And it's so good. Like I said, Tony's entrance, just so good. Luther back with her because Luther be knowing. Luther knew not to trust Mariah from the whole time, but he was like, I can't do anything. But he knew. He's back. He was in tails. He was very fancy tonight. I loved it. Mariah stunning the gear. Never misses. Her mom was watching ringside. I'm going to circle back to that one. The intensity of this match. It's so perfect. It had to be this brutal. It had to be this. Because they loved each other. Tony loved Mariah. And it had to end this way. Joseph. I thought Luther would have helped Tony Monroe a little more, but Mariah took care of him. She did. Yeah. He tried. Luther really tried. The end where he grabbed the title and then flipped Mariah off. Iconic. He stopped it. Almost. But that was perfect. It was a perfect stoppage. Mariah busted open. So good. Tony pulled out everything. She grabs the shoe after Luther took that title. And her conscience got her. Her conscience got her. Her love for Mariah got her. She couldn't go to that place. Mariah went to that place. She showed us what she was willing to do for that title. She slapped her own mom because her mom commentary made a point of saying this is the second time she's ever seen Mariah wrestle. and you get slapped, that would not fly in my Brown household, okay? So, wow. Your mom, you owe your mom a lot, Mariah, okay? um, but Tony's conscience is what got her. Her love is what got her. She couldn't do it. She couldn't hit Mariah with the shoe, and Mariah took advantage of that. Those kicks were nasty, like brutal. Ugh. Wouldn't be surprised if Mariah insists on calling, oh, Mariah May Storm. She might. She, I could see that. Or she wants to completely separate. But she could. That would be interesting if she takes the Storm name. We'll see. This title reign is going to be so interesting and fun, and the challengers are going to be, it's going to be good. We did see Mina in the box watching this match. I'm interested to see how that plays. Is Mina Mariah's first challenger or next challenger after Tony? She's a big part of the story as well. And, we've seen her words on this match. We saw her, she's watching it. So All Out, possibly. I could, maybe Mariah says, no, Tony, you don't get a rematch. And then that's how we get Mina. I don't know, but I'm interested to see this title reign because she's ascended so quickly. She's not even been here a year. No, it's not even been a year. It's what, October, November? And she's champion, and she deserves to be champion. She is somebody you can put. She's a face that you can put on the company, put her out there. She's beautiful. She can speak, but she can back it up in the ring. She's not afraid to get down and dirty and bleed like we saw today. I just think she's amazing. So I'm happy for her, and I'm also really sad that Tony lost because she was an amazing champion. But this feud, this story, perfection. Shout out to everybody involved. Tony, Mariah, Luther, RJ. Come on, brains of the operation, really. This was just amazing. Oh, Joseph with the details. Thank you. November 8th, Mariah debuted. Yep. She was there. Yeah, she was there in November because Tony won the title at Full Gear. And I remember that because I was there. So, but yes, so a long title reign for Tony, her best title reign out of the three. I could see her being a fourth in a couple years, even a year, but amazing. Again, if you would have ended the show, if my internet cut out and I didn't see any of the rest of the show, I've been like, yep, money's worth, done. I don't need to see anything else. They're perfect. I don't know. Do we have to talk about? I don't know. Oh, my headphone. Do we have to talk about this next match? 'Cause I don't know if I want to. Hook, Jericho for the World Championship happened. Did we all go to the bathroom during this? Because did you get a snack? Did you hydrate? Because I did. I did watch. Okay. I watched the beginning because I heard the Taz intro. That was very cute. Didn't watch the rest. I didn't care about the Fozzy performance. Bill went into the barbed wire. There was the barbed wire. Bill went in. It makes me uncomfy that everyone likes Bill in the UK. The end was cute. Hook, Taz, father-son Taz missions. That was precious. Everything else, shout out to Brian Keith. He took that Taz mission well. Yeah, the end was cute. Okay, it's the title's finally off of that man. And Hook can see. Hook can see. He's not blind anymore. Okay. Uh, yeah, it was the bathroom break, you know? Not the women anymore. Chris Jericho. It's what he deserves. Okay. Let's move on. That was really the only negative spot tonight. The Bucks, FTR, the Acclaimed. And I'm only smiling just because you guys know I love the Bucks. I didn't pay attention to the match, but the entrances were cute. The Bucks in their Beatles fits were great. Love to see it. I'm really happy for Daddy Ass and Bowens that they got the recognition they deserve from the crowd in the UK. Max rapped, and that should have happened. FTR again with the gear. You know the Acclaimed were pink, and I get it. You guys love Bret Hart. We get it. Love. Cute. Love that for you. We all understand. And I understand Bret Hart and Wembley. I get it. I know. We all know. This is confusing. I wouldn't wear the same color. That's just me. That's just a little nitpicky thing on me. That's just fine. Matthew, you didn't have to attack Daddy Ass like that. Thought my phone was off. But it's fine. You know, I wish I liked it more. I wish I cared more. That is it. I wish I cared more about this tag match because I didn't. It was what I expected. It was fine. But yeah, it was like their third. It was just there. It was okay. It was fine. And it's just, I love the Bucks. We all know that. These are my EVPs. Okay? Matthew and Nicholas, my EVPs. FTR, you know, I didn't like them. I loved them. Now we're on you're just there. I want to miss you, FTR. I want to, then you can come back. Acclaimed, sure. It was cute, and now it's not. Free Bowens. Move on. But it looks like we are moving on. Tag teams, words are hard. The tag division looks like it's heating up with the arrival of GYV, Grizzle Young Vets. They showed up after the match. A little stare down with the Bucks, and then beat up FTR. We've seen them on Collision a few months ago. They've been making the rounds. Maybe this is a shot in the arm the tag division needs. Who knows? But as long as these three don't mix up again, I'm fine. It was fine. Okay, let's get into the better part. Okay, I'm done. Those are those are the low points. They were just there. The Casino Gauntlet match. The joy on my face for the majority of this match. Okay, this was so fun. This is for the sickos. This is for AEW like fans. This was like all the hits. When you go to a concert and they play all the hits, this is what this was. This was fun. This was perfect. We knew who our number one was. Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy. This video before Orange Cassidy's entrance, a Mr. Bean reference, if you go on the internet. I cackled. I loved it so much. I don't know what black denim OC means, but I'm curious. He might just wear it for the UK. I don't know, but he's been wearing black denim. Very curious about that. But this was fun. That was a perfect way. This might have been the longest gauntlet match. We went through 11 guys. It was the best. Before I get into the end, yes, that last. Let's talk about the fun part. So we get OC. It's gonna be fun. Great. Love to see it. Who's number two? Number two, Okada. Okay. For me, this was a great time. Callback Chaos members, okay? New Japan, they hug. OC, you've been burned before by friends. You should not have hugged that man. But he did. And Okada, I love him. And if you think Okada has no aura, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what Okada you're watching, because he's still iconic and perfect. And just because he's having fun doesn't mean he doesn't have aura. Stop saying it, because this was fun. It brought me so much joy. So they were having a great time. And our third person in the match, Nigel McGuinness. Nigel, hello. All of the tweets saying Mariah revived this man for one more match. 10 out of 10. He looked great. The purple, love. Amazing. Who knew? This was just because he wanted to fight Bryan. This is really, he's been training to fight Bryan. So good. Okada and Nigel, like, it was getting real British up in there today. I loved it. Thank you for reminding me of that, Joseph. Yes, do I have to work Saturdays? What Taz said killed me. So good. I loved it. Commentary was on one, as usual. They were having a good time. Next we get Kyle O'Reilly. And he got a little crowd reaction. I saw Twitter say no, he didn't, but he did. And then they were like, they were still shocked over Nigel, okay? Very conglomeration heavy. We get OC, we get Kyle. They're having a time. Zack Sabre Jr. comes out. OC's boyfriend comes out. He has to fight him. He does not enter the ring when Kyle and OC hold the ring for them. Suspicious. And then he beats them. Hand things. Nigel Zack Sabre Jr. This is what I'm saying. This got real British. This was real fun. This was just so fun. All of the combos. And then after, Mark Briscoe. And I am okay with Mark bringing this, okay? I know we've been like, this is your Ring of Honor champion. This is when it's okay. This is when it's fine to put your Ring of Honor champion in there. It was fun. It was great. I love Mark. He just brings me joy. Such a ray of light. The match was fun. We're going. We get chairs. We get conglomeration, doing conglomeration things, helping Mark with the chair, flying over, OC doing a little pose while he watches them. Then the mood gets brought down because Hangman comes in and he's mad. And we know he's back on the sauce. He wants Swerve. He's serious. He's beating his friends up. He beat up poor little Evil Uno the other day, okay? Wait, wasn't Evil Uno supposed to be in this match? Wait a minute. Wasn't Evil Uno supposed to be in the Tony Khan? We need to talk. I think we know who replaced him. But yes, Hangman is serious business. Hangman beating everyone up. Poor OC. Hate to see it. Then we get Okada in there. Him and Okada stare down, teases. Who's next? Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, Resurgence is here. Sure. Fine. Karen Jarrett looked great. I just loved it. I loved the pageantry of Karen Jarrett. You know, she's a real one for her man. Just like Mama Wayne, Karen Jarrett is a real one. I wouldn't mess with Hangman in his current mental state, but Karen did try several times to help her man, and I love that for her. She did help to get Hangman knocked over the head with the guitar, but she was playing with fire. I was really worried about her, but like I said, she's a real one. After Jeff Jarrett, we're in. Hangman him, we're going. Who's next? Who was our next? Ricochet. Ricochet is back. We've been hearing it. We've been wondering. Back is here. He made his debut. He looked great. He is all elite. Rick O'Shea is here. I liked Ricochet, Hangman. I want to see more from that. I know Hangman's got a lot to deal with. I didn't hate that. We will eventually get Will Ospreay and Ricochet. This is eventually, we can have this now. Fantasy book all your Ricochet matches because we're gonna have them. But looked great. The crowd was into it. He looks happy, content. I think this is gonna be good for him, and I think he fits well in AEW. I think he's gonna shine. He was always great. He's been great everywhere he goes. But I think we're gonna have a real good time with Ricochet in AEW. You know, you and your partner can be at 2 different companies, and it's okay. I don't want to hear anybody complain. I haven't heard anybody complain yet, so love to see that. But just great. Just wrestle in the place that you want to wrestle. That's best for you. But he looks great. The match was great. Okay, here's when things get off the rails. Okay, we're having a good time. We see Ricochet. We're like, oh my god. Christian pops up, and we're like, sure, okay, because he has said he wants the world title match again. And I was reminded, thank you, Twitter, that yes, the Elite owed him a favor. That's how he got in this match. So I'm gonna assume he took Evil Lumino's spot. I'm gonna assume that. Christian comes in, Christian things. And then Killswitch comes out. And he was not prepared to see him. He was not ready. He didn't know he was coming. He makes a beeline for Christian. Looks like he's going to chokeslam him. But Kyle, I didn't understand this. Because, Kyle, why would you interrupt this iconic moment that Killswitch is going to finally turn on Christian? But Kyle interrupts for some reason. Christian ducks. He gets a chokeslam and helps Christian pin Kyle for the win. Now Christian has a title shot. Huh? What? Now Hangman's big mad. Hangman has had a goal. His name is Swerve. And now he doesn't have that goal. He wants to take the title from him. Now Christian comes in and just, huh? Sure, I guess. I love Christian. Love, obsessed. I think he's doing great work. Very confusing. We'll see. We'll see. There's something going on. But I guess we are seeing Hangman's going more crazy, as he should. He's drinking all of the UK beer. I'm sure. Weird way to end the match. But yeah, my favorite Casino Gauntlet match. I think that was so fun and everyone loved it. I was so just having a great time the entire time. I just was like, I don't want this to end, But yeah. Okay. Oh no, this is a good match. So next up we have MJF versus Will Ospreay for the American title. Will Ospreay's entrance, again, you guys know. Will Ospreay, not my favorite person. Do I think he's talented? Absolutely. Do I get it? Sure. Not my favorite person. The entrance, pretty sick. Assassin's Creed video game reference. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just a girl. But very cool entrance. And then MJF comes out in the worst Apollo Creed cosplay I've ever seen. America threw up. I'm sorry to the UK for that. All of that spectacle. That was not good. The outfit, disgusting. Everything about it was disgusting. Like I tweeted out, MJF, you're tacky and I hate you. This match was crazy. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to start with this. You know, it looked pretty bad for Will for a while. MJF was beating him, made me worried about him a couple times. The when he took out the cameraman, I gasped. I was like, ugh, because that was nasty. The way, the quickness and way that man was just, he did. He did. R.I.P. And then Will was upset about it. Everyone was getting knocked out. Bryce got knocked out at one point. But MJF was still standing. His dynamite diamond has been stolen. So he had another weapon he was going to use, but he was stopped by one returning Daniel Garcia. This is not quite the way I had pictured this. I thought that we were doing triple down, but Daniel Garcia is here. He interfered. He is back. He has a new haircut. He's serious business, as he should. You know, sorry, my computer's moving. But yes, Daniel Garcia's back. Looked great. He cost MJF the match. Will Ospreay is the new international championship champion because he didn't want to touch that ugly, disgusting American title. Christopher Daniels comes out and gives him the right belt. They just spent a lot of money for like a month for him to hold that for like a month. That's just wild to me. Yeah, that belt's disgusting. But I am very excited for Daniel Garcia to be back. Yeah, that was good. It was a great match. Oh, yeah, there was a kangaroo kick. I remember that too. But yeah, great. Love to see it. This is what MJF deserves to lose the title. He was defending it other places. He was in Mexico. He was in the UK. Interesting enough, this is the most he's worked. But I'm so glad he lost. Because all right, guys. Mercedes versus Britt. Let me just start with let me just be, you know, I want to be positive. I don't want to be mean. They looked great. Britt looked great. The gear was great. Mercedes' entrance, possibly my favorite of the night. Okay, she was a queen. And you guys know the only reason it was my favorite, they were corgis. She brought her corgis to her entrance, and they were stars. So cute. Camille looked great. The match was it happened, and I hope this is the end of the feud because it wasn't great, and it's kind of disappointing it wasn't great. But on the other hand, I'm not surprised it wasn't great. The build has been not my favorite. I wanted it to work. It didn't work. These two just didn't mesh, and they couldn't make anything work. I didn't care either. That's the other thing, is I didn't care. I wanted to care. They're two strong characters, and that's probably the problem. It's too much. You know, we said it last week. We had a whole discussion about Mercedes. It's not hitting for me. For me, not. This is not the words of Body Slam or anything else, okay? This is just my opinion. Mercedes isn't working for me. Mercedes and Britt doesn't work. The story doesn't work. The match was rough. Was rough to watch. I don't even know if it's anyone's fault. I just don't. It just some people just don't. They don't dance well together, and I don't know. I think both of them are having. I think the problem is that both of them are having this thing of they're figuring out who they are and where they are and what do they do since returning, and Mercedes in a new place and Britt in a position of wow, this looks different than when I started, and where do I just think it's uh, people were saying Brit sucked, Mercedes are yeah, I think it's too much. I don't know. I don't Me personally, I don't think it's one person. I just don't think they gelled together. And maybe it's even timing. Like I said, they both are coming off of injuries. Mercedes is new. She's trying to figure out who the CEO is in AEW, and Britt's trying to figure out who she is in the state of this division that's elevated. Yeah, this is Britt's third match. Yeah, she's had a lot of rumors about her, a lot of things, can't speak to her rumors, but she's come back from a stroke. This is her third match, and maybe that's the problem. There's still ring rust. Maybe there's still ring rust on both of them. I think they tried the best they could, but it's not my favorite. And it's not, it happened. Again, I just hope it doesn't happen. And maybe if it does happen again, it's in a different time when they're in different headspaces and where they know who they are. And maybe Britt's scared. We don't know. She's her third match. It's on a big stage. Like, maybe it's just nerves. Maybe it's, I don't know. Wonder if Mercedes was going through the motions because she's defending her other belt. She could be, but Meek and I have been saying this for weeks that Mercedes is figuring it out. Like, she's still kind of Sasha Banks, but not Sasha Banks. We hold her to this level, and she's not, for me, not reaching the level she is known for. I know she wants to be. She says she wants to be there. I don't know. I don't know what's not clicking, with Mercedes for me, and I don't. What's happening with these two in this feud? I don't know. Again, I just hope they move on. Something else. It's rough. It's rough, and you hate to see this happen to them, but they tried, I guess. And it was a rough spot, right after Osprey, MJF, right before, the main events. It was a rough, long night. So I don't know. Yep, she doesn't know who AEW Mercedes is. Yeah. She is 6-0, has 2 belts. That's the other problem. They're not consistently wrestling, and maybe that's the problem. Mercedes Sanders. Yeah. Yeah, placement was bad. I don't want to place the blame on one person. I don't know. I wasn't in the match. I'm not a wrestler. I wasn't there. I'm not either one of those women, so I don't want to blame anybody, but I just don't think either of them work together well. And that happens. It's just some people just don't. It doesn't work. So we move on, and hopefully something else. Hopefully maybe Mercedes' next challenger is Sheeta, because Run That Back or Nyla, those are actually really solid matches for see, got me saying Sasha. We're reading it. Mercedes and Britt. I'd be interested where she goes. Jamie's back. I don't necessarily want those two together, but I think we need to tie up that situation. just real quickly, but I think we can move on. But yeah, it happened, and yeah, Mercedes retained. I will say, you know what? We got a smidge of like Britt being kind of sneaky. That was fun when she got Camille kicked out. And then her little wave to the camera was cute. Want more of that, Britt? I'm trying to be positive, but okay, let's move on. We have 2 more matches to go through. TNC title match. Jack Perry, Darby Allin, coffin match. This was too quick for me, and maybe it was a time situation. Somebody ran long. I don't really know. We could have cut Fozzy, but I wish this was longer. I felt like we were just getting in there, and we cut it a little short. But this was fun. This, I liked it. I liked that we set up a funeral. I think that was interesting. The look of it was cool for a coffin match. Darby is an insane man and had thumbtacks on his face. That was wild. Jack looked great. Jack and his bag of glass. I cannot. Sir, it was branded, okay? I wish they sell little bags. They should sell little scapegoat bags. Not with glass. But like you can just put stuff in. Such a menace. So good. What an icon Jack Perry is for that. Yeah, they were screwed because of time concerns, hard to enjoy it. Not surprised Jack retained. Darby has a title. He does. He does have a title at Grand Slam. But so yeah, that makes sense that he would retain. This match got wild. Jack tied Darby up. Sure, tape, and he took his belt off and put him in the body bag and threw him off. Wild. When Darby put up the coffin to jump into it, like the way their brains work is not well. But Jack wins. He puts Darby in a body bag and then in the coffin just to make sure, you know. But Darby popping out like was such a wild. I don't even know how to describe Darby's head in the body bag popping up from the coffin. This man. Jack wins and then tries to light Darby on fire. The Bucks come out with a little gasoline. And before Jack could light the coffin on fire, building goes dark. Guess who's back? Sting. I'm not gonna do it. Sting's back. It's been 5 seconds since he retired, but he has to help his son Darby. It was fun. It was great. I really liked Jack hiding behind the Bucks because he's scared. Sting and a bat, like hello. Yeah. Sting cleared house. They celebrated. Sure. No more matches for you, Sting. No more matches for you, okay? You just came out to save him from being burned. That just reminds me, I wanted this to be like an Inferno match because like Darby kept trying to light him on fire, so why weren't we doing that? But okay, whatever. Close enough. You guys, are we ready to talk about the main event? Are our hearts ready for this? Because it would have been fun. Never had an Inferno match at AEW. Those two would have been the perfect ones. I'm just saying. Darby tried to light him on fire like twice. Doesn't make sense. All out? No. You had your chance. It's past. Okay. The main event. The emotions, the feels. They should have been on her. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was 10:40 exactly. Oh, yeah. 5 more minutes at least. Five more minutes. But I get it because our main event, Bryan Danielson, Swerve Strickland, career versus title. I didn't think I was going to be so emotional like I was for this match. I don't know why I didn't think I was, but of course I was. The video package before Bryan meditating, going into the eye. Just shout out to AEW graphics team. I say this every week. They're amazing. They're talented. The way they did that with he's always loved wrestling, and then it goes into his family. Stop. And then they had us to the final countdown, and I started getting in all my feels. Okay, because the final countdown is iconic, and one day I will be in a crowd to sing that. Okay, I'm putting this out there. But he comes out. We see the Danielsons. We see Brie. We see Birdie. We see Buddy. I was scared because we saw them. Brie had an interview with Renee, so she can do that now because she's a free agent. She can do whatever she wants now. She's not tied to a contract. Wild. Swerve comes out, wrapped out. The crowd was into it. And we knew this was going to be a night. When Bryan's and got introed, and Justin announced his family. He announced Brie and Birdie and Buddy. I was like, this is it. This is it. This man's retiring. Got scared. And then Swerve came out, and they booed a little. Then Nana's like, hold on, let me whose house it. Nana looked great. Shout out to Nana and his suit. I can't with this match. Like, this match was insane. Battle of the Washington Boys. You know, say what you want about Swerve. I'm not a fan personally of Swerve. I do think he's talented, but personally, not my cup of tea. Fine. If you love him, great. I love that for you. But this match was insane. Bryan is a sicko, okay, for flying his entire family out. His children, little itty bitty children, soft babies, to watch him bleed. Okay, watch this man that evil Swerve in front of his children. They were crying. The little baby Danielsons were crying. Okay. I wanted Brie to slap Swerve. I wanted her to go full like Stephanie McMahon slap. That's really all this match needed. I just wanted one. But Nana dancing while Swerve taunts the Danielson children. Chef's kiss. Because of one thing about AEW. They don't care about your kids. Look at Mark Briscoe's kids, okay? They don't care. They don't care. They will traumatize your child. Tony hates children, and I love that. I love that for you. I love it. The same thing. You give your kids there for a game. Did we really need the stipulation of Bryan retiring? This is probably, because I don't think Bryan even knew what he wanted. I don't think Bryan really knows. I think he's like, do I want to leave? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I think he does want to leave at some point. So I think this is probably just all actual Bryan decision. Bryan can do whatever he wants. Yeah, it added to it. Got the feels. And I think it needed that, because if not, then you're like, but what about Hangman? Hangman deserve, I think the stipulation created the stakes that we needed to feel it. And the children. The shot of Bryan looking at Birdie, bleeding, saying I'm sorry, and Swerve behind him. Come on. Now the AEW World Champion is somebody who doesn't have a contract. Yeah. Again, Bryan could do. I think though too, Bryan does work backstage, so he might have two contracts. He might have a separate one. So possibly, I don't know all the workings. Maybe they have an extension now. Maybe he's lying. Who knows? Again, who knows? We don't know this man. Yeah, Bryan's just telling us stuff, so we just to throw us off the scent. This match was insane. Swerve was really good. This match, the intensity, I needed it. Wonder if Bryan's backstage contract is helping him out in this case. Yeah, he is. Yeah, that's the one you want part of HR. Yeah, he's very HR-y. He sticks to rules. I believe it. But this was great. This match was so good, so intense. Like when I thought it was gonna end, it didn't end. Like I just had to like put my phone down and like stare at the screen because it was so much. And going back to the beginning of the match, Swerve goes over the top ropes, lands on his feet. On his feetsies? That was wild. Bryan bleeding, a maniac. Swerve kicks him, does the little yes kicks, and it's just hyping him up. It's just giving him more power. That was insane. The look in his eyes, that forearm, the punches to Swerve, knocking him down. Towards the end with that knee that he gives to Swerve with everything he has, and Swerve just goes, meh. I was like, oh no, it's the end. It's the end. I was yelling at my team, like, Brie, come get your man. Like, jump in the ring at this point. We know what you can do. And he's still kicked out. Bryan taps out Swerve. The end of Swerve's title reign. Amazing. Again, I am not, Swerve's biggest fan, but he was a great champion. He did his thing. But I'm so happy for Bryan. Then we get BCC out. We get the babies in the ring. Pac's out. So I guess they're cool. It was just a moment. It was so good. Little buddy running around. Yuta putting the title on Birdie. This was just a night. A way to end the night was just so great. The show. AEW does pay-per-views so well. And this was such a special night, top to bottom. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy I woke up early. I'm so happy for everybody who got to be a part of the show. Bryan Danielson winning is amazing. I'm just still hoping that one day I can hear Final Countdown in person. Brie out there was really cool. It was a great night. Oh my god, I didn't even get to the Hangman of it all. Hangman tries to interrupt. Okay, let me just rewind. Hangman interrupting because, again, he has one vision. Kill Swerve. And I was like, Hangman, this is not the time because we're at the peak worried about Bryan. He gets shoved out by security, and I was like, thank God. But also, kind of not believable that this man could be held down by the security, but I'm going to go with it for now. But it was a nice touch that Hangman is still always there for him, and that is what clinched that victory, well, almost, for Bryan. See, there's so much. This night was amazing. And AEW, we're gonna do it again in 2 weeks, I guess. We're gonna go all out. We'll see how that is, because this was a great night. So much has happened. So much title changes. So much debuts. I don't know. I don't know where we go. I loved it. Complain about it a lot, but damn, this was a great show. And then we're gonna go all in next year, Texas. And I've already said I'm gonna be there, so we'll be there. And we'll be back at Wembley in 2 years and Forbidden Door London. So crazy. What a day. What a day. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Anybody have any comments? Like I feel great about today. It's fun. Wrestling is so good. So good right now. Whatever you like, you can find, and say what you want about AEW, but this was a good show. This was great. This was a beautiful night. This is wrestling, and this is why we love this silly little thing. This is why I'm talking about it, because we love it so much. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, because if you're like me, it's early. It's still super early. Enjoy your day. Follow Alia Pod, because Mika and I have something special planned coming up this Tuesday. And if it changes, we'll let you know. A very special episode coming out with a very, very fun, I guess I had a minute interview with Mick Foley. So you guys can check that out. We'll have that up. We'll be talking all about title belts this Tuesday. Like I said, if it changes, I'll let you know. But follow Alia Pod on all of the things. And we'll see you next Sunday for Collision. Who knows? AEW is crazy. I loved it. What a great night. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye.